a man discovered a transparent barrier that suddenly appeared in the desert. Strangely, no object could pass through this barrier. Looking through the barrier, there was a cozy family living inside, whose clothing and appearance clearly did not belong to modern times. Even more amazing was that people in the desert could see the scene inside the barrier, but the people inside could not see the outside world. This suddenly appearing barrier quickly caught the attention of the military. They immediately locked down the entire area and sent a helicopter to bring in the physicist Jack. Seeing the strange sight before him, Jack's jaw nearly dropped. He had never seen anything so bizarre in his life. On the other side of the barrier, there was lush green vegetation everywhere, while outside, there was only yellow sand. Unfortunately, the outside world could only silently monitor, unable to hear any sounds from inside the barrier. One day, Jack noticed that the boy inside the barrier was standing motionless in front of it. Following the boy's gaze, he saw that a piece of equipment at the military base had malfunctioned, and thick smoke began to drift through the barrier into the farmhouse inside. But in a flash, the smoke was blocked outside the barrier again. Jack suddenly had a bold idea. He immediately brought over a launcher, loaded it with a large amount of ice cubes, and kept firing at the barrier. After a long period of testing, they finally succeeded in shooting ice cubes into the barrier and found a pattern. The barrier would close at 8 o'clock every day, each time for only 10 seconds. Although they had found a way to enter, the military still did not dare to rush in recklessly because there were too many uncertainties inside. However, during his observation, Jack had actually fallen in love with Anna, the woman inside the barrier. He decided to take the risk and investigate. Jack knocked out his colleagues who were on guard, rushed out of the tent, and charged in the moment the barrier closed. After entering the barrier, Jack discovered that the desert had disappeared, and there was only endless green vegetation before his eyes. At this moment, Anna walked out of the house and saw this strange man. Out of curiosity, she walked towards Jack. Just as Jack was about to speak, Anna suddenly transformed into a terrible monster and bit directly into Jack's carotid artery. This scene completely frightened the people outside the barrier. The owner of the farmhouse heard the commotion and hurried over, quickly taking out a book and waving his arms while chanting spells. In an instant, the huge barrier vanished from the desert. The people outside all thought that the barrier would not reappear, so the military ordered a withdrawal. However, they did not know that the barrier had not actually disappeared but had reversed its direction. Now the people inside the barrier could see the army outside, but the army could not see the scene inside. The old man held a pocket watch and had the boy frantically hit the barrier with Jack's bones. They too were waiting for the moment when the barrier would close so that they could enter the human world.